Hi there, my Pitty friends. It's Jenny here from The Pitty Crafter. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to, if I am not mistaken, I'm looking around. Yes. I'm gonna finish, what was this? My Mother's Day Amazon haul. I think that's what it is. I will look into it before I post it and write on the description. But I'm pretty sure it is because I found out that one of the things that I bought, I just showed you the cover and I forgot to do the actual flip through. So I'm trying to see if I can catch up on my videos. Today is Thursday. I just finished filming the video for Friday, and the one that I'm filming right now, you guys are actually gonna see it on Saturday. And if I have time today, I might do one for Sunday. I also miss doing my craft, like actually doing journals, etc. So I'll probably start showing you some of the things as well that I've been working on so that you can see that in between, because once my job is over, which is not over, but once I am on vacation as a teacher, which isn't till next Monday, half a day, I'll be able to dedicate a little bit more time to doing my journals, not as much as I wanted, because as you guys know, I am doing a lot of medical appointments for different things that are happening to my physical body. So I have a lot of medical appointments in between. I also have a trip to go visit my mom and my mom's family over in Puerto Rico. So yeah, lots of fun things coming up for me in my personal life. So without further ado, I'm gonna start with what I showed you in the first Amazon haul video of my birthday, of Mother's Day, I can't remember, and that I didn't do the flip through, which was this, the 8x8 paper crafting Mother Goose from Graphic 45. And I think all I showed you guys was this, because I don't even remember looking through it. So again, I got this on Amazon. It's 8x8 double-sided papers, and they're from Graphic 45. And I think that this design is no longer available. They have their own unique website, Graphic 45. I find it personally too expensive for me. They have beautiful things, but I just, I refuse to spend that much money. I'd rather spend the money on Echo Park, which they have their own website, and I like to sponsor them because they do have a lot of sales, sometimes even 50% off. And even though, you know, they don't have certain things like Graphic 45 does, I can live with what they have. So stopping that conversation, this is called Mother Goose and 8x8 paper crafting papers. And this is how I know I didn't show you, because on this side right here, what they have is templates for you to do journaling cards, tags, and gift tag templates. I'm guessing that one, which they're just templates. I would never use it like that because I would use the cover. So this is the first page, and it's this big page of 8x8 Mother Goose with the rhyme. I hope you can see there you go, the colors. Let me put down the, oops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry for my arm. All right, get you a little bit better there. There you go. And try to stay in focus. And as I said, they're double-sided. So that side had the, yep. So this has the little, the songs, and they have borders around them, so you could use these as journaling cards potentially if that's what you wanted to. Then this is the same design. Oh, so you get two of each. Okay, so the same design. So the next page is these flowers, and then this is the design here. Okay, so this one I can show you like this. Okay, so you get two of each design. Here you have the black and white checkers, and this has twinkle twinkle, yeah, twinkle twinkle little star. That rhyme or that song is right there. Okay. Then you have this page here, which is some of the rhymes. Mary had a little lamb, Humpty Dumpty, hey diddle diddle, Mother Goose, Rockabye Baby. And then on this side, just kind of gingham in that red. It's red, blue, cream colored. And you get 2 of each of these. So if you've been watching my channel, you know that I've been trying to collect things for, a Mother Goose journal. So this is part of that collection. So then you have the red background with the orange polka dots, and this is what's on the other side. In here, it's the same as the other one but smaller with the different rhymes, and not in color, just beige and red. And then here, and then you have these journal cards. Right here, you have 1, 2, 3 journal cards that are the size of, let's see, 4 by 2.5, and then these small ones, which are, if you cut them right at the line, they would be 1.5 probably by 2.5. Okay. And these are embellished with this green paper here, and you get 2 of those. Okay, here you have a page of Humpty Dumpty, and on the background of yellow, and the Humpty Dumpty is as their suit is green. This is the second one. Here you have blue flowers. These are blue and red flowers in a blue and white polka dot background. Here you have, and the background for those flowers is this yellow. Here you have some strips that you can use just as strips to decorate, or for washi tape, or you can use it as an entire page. And the background for this is this checkered blue. With 2 of these. Then you have this other journaling page, which you can use, like the stripes go down, the strips are to this side, and it's lined with black and cream polka dots. Backed, I keep saying lined. Then you have this one, which is stars in a background of kind of like a antique blue, and then light blue. The stars are light blue on it, and then twinkle twinkle little star is the wording here in blue on beige background. And then here you have some bigger journaling cards. I think these are also, let me see, how do I do it on the blue? 2.5 by 4. 2.5 by 4. So those are the 2 pages, and there, you get front and back on these. So these are front and back. So if you would like, you can use like this one on this side and this one on this side. It doesn't really matter if you're not embellishing. And here you have some more templates. So here you have a pillow box template and 2 gift tags. Okay, and it also tells you what you're gonna need to score it and to do it. I like that. I've never seen that. So this was on my other video, but I just showed you the cover. I didn't go through the flip through. So that's that. Okay, and then give me one moment. Then I have 2 of these junk journal pages on ephemera, one for dragons and one from strawberries. So let's go through the dragon one. I've been wanting to do, I'm gonna go up a little bit. I've been wanting to do dragon journals, and then I found out that I didn't really have a lot of stuff for them. So this is by Liana Scrap, and she's on Etsy. Okay, and it's like a booklet like this. Okay. And it comes with the journal pages like these. Okay, and these are double-sided. So here you go. So you can see, and it's really, really pretty. I love it. I love it. Can't wait to make a dragon journal. And it usually comes with so many pages that you can divide it into 2 journals if you want to put different style pages in it, or you can just use it as one. So for example, right now, without counting the ephemera, so for this would be the ephemera, you would have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages. So you could just use all the 8 pages, or just use 4 and then, you know, add some of your own. This is all the embellishments here. You have words, tags, journal cards, and they are backed already. Pockets, more tags, more pockets, and journal cards. Here you have some pockets and journal cards and some clip art. And then she gives you like the information of what to do. Like score and fold, where and where. Okay. So here's some more embellishments. So I love it. It looks very vintage, very old. Here you have a envelope right here, or a pocket, however you would like to do it. Lots of journal cards. And if you, this is not as thin as regular copy paper, right, for your printer, but it's not as thick as a, not cardboard, I'm thinking, like thicker paper that you would use for journaling cards. It's not as thick. So it's up to you whether you want to leave this design of the leaves, which is very pretty, right? Or if you want to line it with something sturdier. But see, like, how many did I tell you? You had 8. So here comes a new one. Look at these colors. Those were mostly green. So here you have one with mostly like orange and yellow colors. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So see, you could potentially get so many journals out of just one of these books. That's why sometimes, for me, these are really good if they are quality, because you obviously can't see everything through the Amazon website. So sometimes I have ordered these books and they are very foggy. You can't understand the image. They're not good quality. You can tell that someone just took pictures of something. And this brand, that it looks like this, not necessarily by Liana, there's other artists. This brand usually has tons of junk journal pages and ephemera, and they're really good quality. So when I get those that are really good quality, for me, paying these could go from, you know, $12.99 all the way to $25, these books. But I don't mind paying that as compared to an Etsy digital if it's quality, because sometimes they have so many pages that you don't really have to use your ink or your paper, and you can get out of it like 2 or 3 journals. So the gold and orange has the same ephemera. I mean, not the same, but lots of ephemera as well. Pockets, journal cards, tags, little sayings. This is a folio, washi tape, a trifold. And they're all backed already, as I told you. You just have to determine if it's thick enough for you, or if you want a thicker type of a paper for it. Cardstock, that's the paper. Hello, cardstock, yeah, there you go. I'm ready for vacation, as you can see. So again, more embellishments here, ephemera, sorry, right here. And then you have 2-line pages. Usually when I deconstruct a book, I use these 2-line pages to back things up on, or as glue pages. So that was this one. And then Liana, from Liana Scraps, she puts like a little message for you. So that was this one for the dragons. The strawberry one, this is a different kind of company that does a lot also, and I've bought from them before, and they're usually quality as well. So this is junk journal and ephemera. And look at this big strawberry page. This, me personally, I use it as, when the page is like this in the back, I use it as an entire page in my book. I'll just put a sticker here or an embellishment here to embellish it. So when I cut it out, then I fold it in half. So let's go through this really quickly. This is called Strawberry Junk Journal Ephemera. Got a copyright 2024, 150 pieces over. So this page right here, I would use it like as a page in the journal. Look at that big page. And I would fold it over. And then here you have some journaling cards. Look at the back. More journaling cards. This is the back. Journaling cards here. This is the back. So, sorry. Some of these books are like, you have to like use your bone folder and open them. So here you have fussy cuts and journaling cards. And then the same here, fussy cuts and journaling cards. And so the thing with this book is that the pages for you to use for journal are going to be small like this. They're not going to be a full 8.5 by 11. So you can decide if you already have pages for a strawberry journal, if you're going to just make a little booklet to go in, or if you're just going to make a small journal with it. So that's that. So here you have some more of those little booklet pages, more ephemera. And you can decide, I've seen people that instead of using this or the ephemera, they like these pages and they use this and not the ephemera. I try not to do that, but it's gonna depend. Some fussy cuts. Like this one, for example, I would definitely always use the fussy cuts and the embellishments in this. Fussy cuts journal cards. You have the same thing, fussy cuts journal cards. These are more pages to do a little booklet. These are one fussy cut and lots of journal cards. And then here is to make also little booklets, but even smaller. So now you have like 4 pages for a small booklet in here. And when I've done the booklets that just go inside, and I've also done them by themselves. When I do them by themselves, I usually just use 1 page, make 1 of these, and then I put 3, probably up to 5 of my own papers, coffee dyed or color dyed, etc., and then just either staple them together or pamphlet stitch them. Then but if I use these bigger ones, I'm going to show you. If I use these bigger ones, I make sure to use something that has a really embellished front, and then I'll just use 2 pages, like 2 of the scrapbook pages, and everything else will just be papers, embellished papers. And then I'll make a little journal out of that, like a little pocket journal. Fussy cuts journal cards. Like this, for example, I don't mind not seeing because it really, that's a sand dollar and it really does not go with the design. So these are more journaling cards or fussy cuts, lots of tags. Look at this beautiful little girl tags. Journal cards, fussy cuts, journal cards and fussy cuts. The same thing. Here you have postcards. So for example, like if you really wanted people to use this as a postcard, you would probably want to back it with some cardstock because it's not that sturdy, you know what I mean? Here you have some tickets. And here you have another page like the one in the back. So this one, for example, I would just fold and use the entire page like this one, okay? So that was called Strawberry Junk Journal and Ephemera. And I want to let you know that I usually, like, I really try to look up to see if at the bottom, because sometimes they don't tell you in the description, they'll just show you this front page and nothing else, and you don't know what's inside, even though it says Junk Journal and Ephemera, right? So usually if you keep scrolling down to that page on Amazon in the description, you will see some pictures of what's included in here. Or I'll try to see the reviews if people have taken pictures. Because the thing with me is, like, yes, these are cute, these are small, you know, and cute, and they're cool to put inside your actual journal, but I really would like to create a actual journal out of this book. So when I bought this, that's what I thought I was getting, and I didn't, but I decided to keep it for my strawberry journals. Okay, moving forward, I did get all of these. All of these little golden books. So 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, and they're not going to be vintage because I bought them there on Amazon, and they're the cartoons are a little bit more modern, but these are themes that I have in my head that I want to make. So the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, Welcome to Camp Corral. So I got this one. And this is 2020. Okay, so my idea is to deconstruct it, keep the pages, and make a SpongeBob journal out of it. Okay, I'm also making unicorn journals. So this one's called I'm a Unicorn by Mallory C. Lower, and this one is copyright 2018. So they're not, you know, I'm a Unicorn, they're not really super new, but they're not vintage at all. So look at those pretty colors. Lots of blues and pinks and purples, which I love for the journal. Cute. Okay, so I got that one. Then I also have ballerina stuff in one of the themes. This is I'm a Ballerina by Sue Flies. And this one is copyright 2015. Okay. So a little ballerina girl here. She's going to ballet class and ballet school. So I still haven't done one. I'm still pretty scared of messing one up. I'm trying to find a little golden book that I wouldn't mind if I messed it up. Like, I wouldn't be bummed about it. I haven't found any. To like start practicing, because I've seen different methods. Saving the golden spine, not saving the golden spine, making a new spine, using rings to bind it together. So I'm like, I haven't decided how I want to do it. What is the easiest for me to do? That was that one. Sesame Street, Elmo is Kind. So I got this one. And this is 2021. Okay, the original copyright was 2018. Elmo is Kind. So you guys know that I've been also working on trying to get Sesame Street journals. So I got this one as well. Okay. And for all of them, I know that there are people that just put some of the pages. I really want to put, when I do the golden books or books that don't have that many pages, and I alter them, I really want to just keep all the pages in. I got this Mary Poppins one. And this was adapted, and this one's based on the Walt Disney movie. And the copyright started in 1964 for this one, but this is not vintage. This is the 2016 new copyright. And please apologize. I apologize for my boy Jack barking again at nothing. So this has, even though she doesn't look exactly like the movie, like it's not the pictures of the movie, the story is based, the way that they wrote this little golden book, based more on the movie than on the Travers books. Okay, so also leaving all this stuff inside. Okay, and a second SpongeBob. This one is from Nickelodeon, and Happy Birthday to SpongeBob, little golden book. Okay, and this is 2024, so last year. And just basically, you know, SpongeBob celebrating his birthday. I'm ready. We just talked about that today, about how SpongeBob says that quote. I have a student of mine that's in love with SpongeBob, and she asked me today if I had brought any stickers, but we're getting ready for the end of the school year, so I'm taking everything down. So I brought the stickers home, but she was able to take home a SpongeBob lunchbox that we found, and no one claimed it, and a lunchbox and a SpongeBob puzzle that we also found, and no one claimed it, so she was happy. So that's that. All right, so that's it for the little golden books. Then we have this for my Winnie the Pooh collection. This is called The House at Pooh Corner, the classic edition, hardcover. This is the spine. Okay, this is the back. So this, I'm gonna take the pages out and convert into probably a 2 signature journal, and I will definitely not be putting all the pages in there, just taking some of them. But they do have beautiful, you know, images in color. So I like that too. Sometimes you get the images just in black and white. And if it I think it's Meg at Chasing Retro, that when she does like journals like these, she'll always make one for herself and keep. I haven't been doing that. I should. The problem is that I probably would want to keep all of the journals. So anyways, going quickly. It's just basically the story of Winnie the Pooh, different stories. The dedication. This was first published in 1928, but this is the copyright and colorized edition of 2024. Okay. And then this one is to keep for me. If they have more there, and I might order another one and make it into a journal. But this is called Taino Tales. And I don't know if you guys knew that in the Caribbean, the Native Americans were called Tainos. And it's called The Secret of the Hummingbird. And it's retold by Vicky Weber and illustrated by Olha Melnick. So I saw this on Facebook and I went to Amazon to see if they had it, and they did. So I bought a copy for myself. It's not cheap, so if I decide to turn it into a journal, and I'll buy a second copy, it'll be later on in the, for a while. This is a copyright, it's 2020, and it says, "To all my students, love your roots." Isn't that amazing? I'm a teacher as well. And it also gives you a pronunciation guide of some of the natives that Native Indians, and that they use Taino, and how to pronounce it. I can totally hear how you pronounce it. Boike, Caney, Ataveira, Colibri. This is a Taino is the name of the Indian tribe. Boike is like a little house. This is it's like a boat. I think, if I remember well my history from Puerto Rico, this is the rag that they use to cover themselves, and colibri is a bird. So the book is in English, and it doesn't really say specifically. So these here, these are their boiques. They're like their homes. War between the Carib and Taino tribes. Okay, is he a friend or a foe? So it's got a little bit of story here, and you can see the volcanoes and the people. That's a guava fruit, that's a guava tree. And I must tell Taru how I feel. So I haven't read the story. I need to read it. She saw El Boique and her father waiting there. Boique, again, their house. Oh no, so at the Taino goddess Ataveira, so this is her. It's that's the goddess. Sorry, see, I forget so many things not being on the island. So the mother goddess, they believed in different gods, This is the colibri, the bird. It's a hummingbird. It's a type of hummingbird. Okay, and this then gives you a little bit of history of the Taino tidbits. The Taino were indigenous people that lived in the Caribbean. Okay, the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Jamaica, the Greater Antilles, and Hispaniola. They were some of the first people discovered by Christopher Columbus. And that's incorrect, because remember, something that's discovered, it means that no one has seen them. So he didn't really discover them. He just met them for the first time. And although they aren't around today, recent studies show that the Taino have living descendants in Puerto Rico. And that's true. We're all descendants of the Taino. Puerto Rican. If those of you that get offended, oh well, deal with it. But in reality, no Puerto Rican has pure blood of anything. All Puerto Ricans, if you are, whether you were born on the island or a descendant from grandparents, parents, even though you were born on the main island, you are a combination of white, Taino Indians, and African slaves, and from Europeans that came to the island, such as the Spanish, the Dutch, the French. So no such thing as a pure-blooded Puerto Rican of any type of race. And that's why when you fill out surveys, and they ask you what is your race and what your ethnicity. There's one that says, you know, white, etc., etc., and then there's another one that will say like Latino, Hispanic, non-Latino, non-Hispanic. So you pick both. So you're African American or black, right? You could be black and Hispanic. You could be white and Hispanic. So those type of things. That's what I'm trying to say. The chief, cacique. Listen, see, I forgot all about this. I didn't remember that the chief of the tribe was called cacique. El boique is he had an advisor called El Boique. Boios, oh see, so the advisor was called Boique. Boios were the little things where they lived in. And the canoe was not a canoe at all, which is what I thought. Was he also lived in the canoe with the chief and his family. So that was kind of like a community. Crazy. Did I forget all these stuff? I gotta get back to my roots. So anyways, this is it. This is mine. I'm keeping this for myself, so I gotta put it over here in my books. Then I found this Winnie the Pooh sticker book, and it has over 60 stickers. It's in good condition. It is 2004 copyright. Okay, and this is all Amazon, remember, okay? So what it is it gives you this, it's almost like an album, a sticker album, right? Where it just gives you the silhouette and a little bit of information of everyone, and then in the middle, see, whose favorite things, and in the middle you'll have the stickers. Okay, so I could either use the stickers on their own and then use these, you know, like journaling cards or for them, or put the sticker where it goes. I haven't decided. I probably would get more if I use them separately, right? So yeah, fun and games, and 100 Acre Wood, and this one. So yeah, so that's that. And definitely you can use the cover for a journal. Then I found this one. This was from Amazon, but in the, let me go up a little bit so you can see, where you buy from used stores in the bottom. It's called My First Color Library Nursery Rhymes, and this came from Thrift Books. And you'll see that, I'll show you later, I have another Amazon haul, that it's a big bag, and it's from the store called Thrift Books, but I got it all either on eBay or on Amazon. My First Color Library of Nursery Rhymes. This is the spine. It's not that great, so I'll probably do a new spine. Hardcover. Okay. And then inside it's okay. I think probably I could just fix it with reinforcing here with some lace. It's got signatures that they're sewn in. It's already about to come out. And this is first published in 1980. Okay, so it has 1980, doesn't have a different copyright except 1980 by Octopus Books. So it'll tell you here like some of the nursery rhymes that you're gonna see. So the first one is Girls and Boys, the Three Little Kittens, and look at, see how here you can where's my little scissor, so that you see really quickly. So see, after doing that, the signature comes out. So if you wanted to use a big signature like this because you're putting it in a book, you have it right there. You don't need another one. Queen of Hearts, Sing a Song of Sixpence, Baba Black Sheep, Ride a Clock Horse. So really nice, colorful pictures. See how it's already coming out. So that's this. All right, and I did get this, like I said, on Amazon, but from that company called Thrift Books, and they actually have a website. I'm part of their teacher plan, because you get, I think, buy 3 and get 4th for free, or buy 4 and get your 5th for free for teachers. So that's Thrift Books, but I actually bought it on Amazon. Then I got this. I feel like I showed you guys this already. Did I? I don't know. Anyway, so I got this. It's called the Oz Scrapbook. If I did show it to you and someone saw it, the video, just let me know. And this is the cover. It just needs to be cleaned off, but I'm not gonna use the sleeve. It's called the Oz Scrapbook, and I literally thought that it was a scrap book. The Wizard of Oz, like, you know, one of those journal pages, etc. It is not. It is basically pictures of the creation of the motion picture of the Wizard of Oz. And it says Oz right here, so this is definitely going to be the cover of when I redo this one. I hope you can see. And you have the lion, Dorothy, the Tin Man, and I'm guessing that that's the wizard. Okay, so the spine is in really, really good condition. I don't know what I'm gonna do because, you know, I really like it, but this is such a big book, you could probably redo the spine. And so, put this here. The Oz Scrapbook. Oh no, it was the Scarecrow. Scarecrow was there. Look at the pictures. You'll have color pictures and black and white pictures. This is copyright 1977 and original 1944. This Oz Scrapbook, so definitely vintage. And this is everything you get. That's why sometimes if you're, see how it says here, books of all publishers, personal attention to special orders. So it came with that. And it gives you the preface. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Like, come on, this is a perfect book for you to, if you're doing a Wizard of Oz book. So I'm just gonna go like this. It has so many pictures, so much stuff, fan mail, some in color, like I said, like this one, look at this. These are the Oz book of 1937, map, the board of the 1921 Parker Brothers Oz game. So you get colored. And then, like, it's basically like a scrapbook of everything Wizard of Oz since they made it. So a little bit of everything. So it's a book to cherish and also for you to use if you're making Wizard of Oz, a scrapbook, journals, etc. Tip: becomes Ozma, courtesy of the National Broadcasting Company. So see, it gives you those little, look at this page, the Oz Film Manufacturing Company. And it gives you history. Isn't that great? On stage and screen. Look at these. Beautiful for journal cards or fussy cuts. Whatever you would like. So yeah, so I thought this was great when I got it. Even though it wasn't what I thought it was. Yeah, and now I can confirm that this is gonna go in my personal journal. Then I got this. It's called, this is not vintage. It's called Peanuts 5-Minute Stories. And it's by Charles Schulz. And you get all of these love stories. This is copyright 2017. Lovable story, sorry, for Peanuts. The cover is beautiful. It's hardcover. It's not damaged. And there's my favorite Peanut. And like I said, 2017 is a copyright. Yeah. But it also takes you here. So these are the different stories. This is why I feel like I showed you this. Maybe I did. I don't know. I had it right here, like as if though I hadn't shown you this. But these are the different stories. And then it'll tell you the copyright of each story. So I think from what I'm looking at, the most old, or the oldest, would be 2015. And then, so here you go. Snoopy takes off, and yep. And then you can just, you know, decide what, if you're going to use the pages, like journaling cards, you could do that. Different things like that. Just determine how you're going to use the book. Well, I want to use them for, like, see, these could be potential journaling cards or tuck spots, you know, just embellishments. This could be an entire pocket. So many things that you can do with this book. And so yeah, this I got on Amazon as well. I got this one, which is Mother Goose coloring book. Okay. And so this is one thing that and you guys let me know in the comments what you think. So most of the YouTubers that I see, when they alter the books that they get, They alter like hardcover books, or they'll and then they just redo the spine, right? I've never really seen anyone alter like something like this, like a sticker book or a coloring book, and make that into a journal. And I think the reason being because it's flimsy, right? Like very, very soft. But I feel that if I were to, I could make it into a soft journal, kind of like my fabric journals, or by just lining it with fabric, right? Taking the signatures out and lining it with fabric on this side. Or I could make it into a sturdier one by using cardstock to make it thicker, right? Or chipboard. One moment. Anyways, that's been an idea that I've had in my head for a little while. Thinking of like, you know, keeping the covers. What would I do with them, you know, besides a page? So this is the coloring book, and it says, let's see, I don't think this has a copyright. If it does, it'll be in the back. So Mother Goose coloring book. Okay, so it's basically the rhymes, oh, right here, 2004 copyright. The rhymes and then the pictures for you to color. So it's cute, you know, and then it's stapled. So if you decide to use this book or a bigger book that I have, the Mother Goose that's really big, and I want to put something big in there, and I want the full signature, I just have to take the staples out and I can use it. So yeah, so they have all of these different ones. Rub-a-dub-dub. Okay, and then that's the back. And the last one from this stash here is this book. It's called Raggedy Ann. Starting to say I hadn't cleaned it. How Raggedy Ann Got Her Candy Heart. That's so cute. Adapted from stories by Johnny Gruelle, illustrated by Jan Palmer. So this is another one. If I am not mistaken, I think I just bought from Etsy, and that's another thing that I should do. And I'm not really in the habit of doing, is I just bought a whole bunch of Etsy digitals on Etsy to combine with some of the journals that I'm thinking of, you know, give them more spiced up and looks. So this is see how the sleeve is taped here, the big book. So this is it says 1998. But yeah, they put the sleeve right here with tape. This is the cover, and it has signatures. They're all with string. And this particular one is copyright 1998. It says Medicine Hat Public Library. So yeah, so it gives you the history of Raggedy Ann, and then the stories. Nice pictures. So some of them have been taped together of the pages, but that's okay. Remember, this one here has tape, this one here as well here. Remember, we're doing a junk journal, so that's part of it. So that's this one. For this one, if I did a thicker spine, which I don't know what the spine looks like over here, but if I did a thicker spine, I could probably use the entire pages and just add some pages and do 2 signatures, right? So that is my that's my haul from Amazon from Mother's Day, because my birthday was April 25. Mother's Day is in May. So this ends that part of that haul. So I still have a few things to show you that I bought, and then a few of the things that I've been working on during my lunch at work. And now that the kids, I don't really have a lot of kids coming to school, because grades have already been handed out. So when I have no students in my classroom, I take things and I can kind of work on that. So I will show you some of those things that I've been creating, ephemera and things like that. I hope you guys like my content. I hope you like this video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and go on down to my Etsy so that you can see all the wonderful things that I have there for you guys to, you know, gift to yourselves or gift to your friends and family. Again, thanks for watching. Bye, my pretty friends. See you next time.